The Gospel according to Matthew, chapter 18, the greatest in the kingdom. At that time, the disciples came to Jesus and asked him, "Who is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven?" Then Jesus called a little child, set him in front of the disciples, and said, "I assure you that unless you change and become like little children, you cannot enter the kingdom of heaven. Whoever makes himself lowly like this child is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven, and whoever receives such a child in my name receives me." The scandals. If anyone should cause one of these little ones who believe in me to stumble and fall into sin, it would be better for him to be thrown into the depths of the sea with a large millstone around his neck. Woe to the world because of so many things that cause people to fall. Such stumbling blocks are bound to come, but woe to the one who causes others to fall. If your hand or foot causes you to sin, cut it off and throw it away. It is better for you to enter life without a hand or a foot than to be thrown into the eternal fire with your 2 hands and 2 feet. And if your eye causes you to sin, tear it out and throw it away. It is better for you to enter life with 1 eye than to be thrown into the hell of fire with your 2 eyes. See that you do not despise any of these little ones, for I tell you, their angels in heaven continually see the face of my heavenly Father. The lost sheep. The Son of Man has come to save the lost. What do you think of this? If a man has 100 sheep and one of them strays, will he not leave the 99 on the hillside and go to look for the stray one? And I tell you, when he finally finds it, he is more pleased about it than about the 99 that did not get lost. For your heavenly Father does not want even one of these little ones to be lost. Brotherly correction. If your brother has sinned against you, go and point out his fault to him in private, and if he listens to you, you have won your brother. If he does not listen to you, take with you 1 or 2 others, so that the case may be decided by the evidence of 2 or 3 witnesses. If he still refuses to listen to them, inform the assembled church about him. But if he does not listen to the church, then regard him as a pagan or a publican. I say to you, whatever you bind on earth, heaven will keep bound, and whatever you unbind on earth will be unbound in heaven. Again I say to you, if on earth 2 of you are united in asking for anything, it will be granted to you by my heavenly Father. For where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, I am there with them." Then Peter asked him, "Lord, how many times must I forgive the offenses of my brother? 7 times? Jesus answered, "No, not 7 times, but 70 times 7. The unforgiving servant. The kingdom of heaven is like this. A king decided to settle accounts with his servants. When the accounting began, a man was brought before him who owed him 10,000 talents. As the man had no means of repaying the debt, the king commanded that he be sold along with his wife, children, and all his goods to repay the debt. The servant threw himself at the feet of the king and said, 'Give me time, I will pay back everything to you.' The king took pity on him and not only set him free, but even cancelled his debt. This servant then left the king's presence, and he met one of his companions who owed him 100 denarii. He grabbed him by the throat and began to choke him, saying, 'Pay me what you owe.' His companion threw himself at his feet and begged him, 'Give me time, and I will pay everything.' The other did not agree, but sent him to prison until he should pay all his debt. The other servants saw what had happened. They were indignant, and so they went and reported everything to their lord. Then the Lord summoned his servant and said, 'Wicked servant, I forgave you all that you owed when you begged me. Should you not have had pity on your companion as I had pity on you?' The Lord was now angry, and he handed the servant over to be tortured until he should pay back his debt in full. Jesus added, 'So will my heavenly Father do with you, unless each of you sincerely forgives his brother from his heart.'